The quiet betrayal. Arif believed he had a simple, happy life. Every morning he woke up before sunrise in their small apartment in Dhaka. The city outside buzzed slowly to life while his wife, Maya, still slept peacefully. Arif would quietly make tea, iron his shirt, and glance lovingly at Maya before leaving for work. They had been married for 6 years. To Arif, Maya was everything: his partner, his closest friend, and the person he believed understood him the most. But sometimes life hides secrets behind ordinary smiles. The distance. Over the past year, Maya had changed. She spent more time on her phone, smiling at messages she quickly hid whenever Arif entered the room. At first, Arif ignored it. Everyone deserves privacy, he told himself. But the small things began to grow. Late-night texts, secret phone calls on the balcony, sudden girls' outings. When Arif asked, Maya would laugh softly. "Why are you worrying so much? You're becoming paranoid." Arif always apologized. He didn't want to be the jealous husband. The man named Rafi. Maya met Rafi at a marketing workshop. Rafi was confident, charming, and full of exciting stories. He talked about traveling, big dreams, and the thrilling possibilities of life. Compared to Arif's quiet routine, Rafi felt like adventure. At first it was innocent. Just conversations. Coffee after meetings. Long chats about life. But emotional lines are easier to cross than people realize. Soon Maya started waiting for Rafi's messages. His compliments made her feel alive again. One evening, during heavy rain, they stayed late at a cafe. The streets were flooded and taxis were impossible to find. They talked for hours. And when Rafi held her hand, Maya didn't pull away. That night something inside her changed. Living 2 lives. Maya became an expert at lies. She told Arif she was working late. She said she was visiting friends. Sometimes she even invented business meetings. Meanwhile, she spent those hours with Rafi. Restaurants. Drives through the city. Stolen moments in quiet apartments. At home, she still cooked dinner and smiled like nothing was wrong. Arif noticed the distance but couldn't explain it. Sometimes he looked at her and felt like he was staring at a stranger. The discovery. The truth arrived on an ordinary Tuesday. Arif came home early from work because he had a fever. Maya wasn't home. Her phone buzzed on the table. Arif had never checked her phone before. But the message preview appeared on the screen. Rafi. "I missed last night already." Arif froze. His hands began to shake. He opened the conversation. Photos. Messages. Confessions of love. Months of secrets. Each message felt like a knife cutting deeper. The confrontation. Maya came home around 9 p.m. When she entered the living room, she saw Arif sitting quietly with her phone in his hand. She immediately understood. Her face went pale. "Arif, I can explain." Arif's voice was calm but empty. "How long?" Maya hesitated. "That's not important." "How long?" he repeated. 8 months. The silence felt heavier than thunder. Arif looked at the woman he had trusted more than anyone. "You lied to me every day." Tears rolled down Maya's face. "I didn't mean for it to happen." Arif laughed softly. "That's what everyone says." The truth. Maya finally admitted everything. She said she felt bored with routine. She wanted excitement. Rafi made her feel special. But as she spoke, she realized how small her excuses sounded. Arif listened quietly. When she finished, he stood up. "I loved you more than anything," he said. "And you destroyed that love for excitement." Consequences. The following weeks were painful. Families got involved. Friends took sides. Trust once broken is almost impossible to rebuild. Eventually, Arif made the hardest decision of his life. He filed for divorce. Not because he hated Maya, but because the man he used to be could never exist again. Maya's regret. Rafi disappeared shortly after. The excitement she chased faded quickly. What remained was guilt and loneliness. She realized too late that stability and love are often more valuable than thrilling moments. But time never moves backward. Arif's new beginning. A year later, Arif moved to a new apartment. He focused on work, friends, and rebuilding his life. The pain didn't disappear completely. But slowly, he learned something important. Sometimes betrayal doesn't destroy you. Sometimes it simply pushes you toward a new life you never expected.